On the morning of August 21, 1911, the Louvre staff discovered that the Mona Lisa, Leonardo da Vinci's masterpiece, was missing from its place on the wall. Panic ensued as the museum was shut down and a frantic search began. The painting, renowned for its enigmatic smile, had simply vanished, leaving behind a bewildered public and a museum in turmoil. News of the theft spread rapidly, making headlines around the world. The Mona Lisa's disappearance wasn't just a crime. It was an event that captured the imagination of millions, sparking endless speculation about who could have committed such a brazen act. For 2 years, the world remained in suspense, with the whereabouts of the painting unknown. Rumors flew, with some believing the masterpiece had been spirited away to Russia, others claiming it was hidden in the United States, and still others convinced it was in the hands of a private collector. Despite the wide-reaching investigation, no leads brought authorities closer to recovering the lost treasure. The man who physically stole the Mona Lisa was Vincenzo Peruggia, an Italian handyman who had previously worked at the Louvre. On the day of the theft, Peruggia simply walked into the museum wearing a worker's smock, took the painting off the wall, removed it from its frame, and tucked it under his arm. He then walked out of the museum without raising any suspicion. The theft was shockingly simple, which only added to the incredulity of the crime. However, as straightforward as Peruggia's actions were, he was not acting alone. His theft was part of a much larger and more cunning plan devised by Edoardo de Valfierno, a conman from Argentina who had been scheming for years to profit from the Mona Lisa's fame. Edoardo de Valfierno's plan was a masterpiece of deception. Long before the actual theft, he had commissioned a French forger named Yves Chaudron to create 6 exact replicas of the Mona Lisa. Valfierno's idea was to sell these forgeries to wealthy American collectors, each of whom would believe they were purchasing the original stolen directly from the Louvre. The brilliance of Valfierno's plan lay in its simplicity. To convince buyers of the authenticity of the forgery, Valfierno would ask them to make a discreet mark on the back of the painting before it was stolen. Later, after the theft, he would present the marked painting as the genuine article, now believed to be the stolen Mona Lisa. The plan worked perfectly. Valfierno successfully sold all 6 copies for enormous sums, profiting handsomely from the deception. After the theft, Peruggia, unaware of Valfierno's larger scheme, fled to Italy with the real Mona Lisa. His plan was to sell the painting and make his fortune. However, when he attempted to sell the painting to a gallery in Florence, he was caught. The Mona Lisa was recovered and returned to the Louvre, and Peruggia was arrested. During his trial, Peruggia claimed that he stole the painting out of patriotic duty, believing that it should be returned to Italy. He never mentioned Valfierno, leaving the mastermind behind the forgeries unexposed. The story of Valfierno and his elaborate scheme comes from a single source, a 1932 article by journalist Carl Decker, who claimed that Valfierno had confessed the entire plot to him. However, no concrete evidence has ever been found to substantiate the story. None of the 6 supposed copies of the Mona Lisa have ever surfaced, and there are no verifiable records of the forger Yves Chaudron outside of this tale. This has led some to question whether the story is more legend than fact. Whether true or not, the story of Edoardo de Valfierno and the 6 fake Mona Lisas continues to captivate art lovers and historians alike. It is a tale of ambition, deception, and the lengths to which people will go in the pursuit of wealth. The mystery surrounding the Mona Lisa only deepens with stories like this, cementing her place not just as a masterpiece of Renaissance art, but as a central figure in one of the most fascinating heists in history. This tale adds another layer to the mystique of the Mona Lisa, making her not just a work of art, but a symbol of intrigue and the human fascination with the allure of the unattainable. Whether fact or fiction, the story of the Mona Lisa's theft and the potential forgeries orchestrated by Valfierno remains one of the most compelling narratives in the history of art.